Welcome back, students. In this class, we will understand how to convert an active sentence into a passive voice. We will understand the types of active sentences and how to convert them into passive voices. We will understand the rules also. So before we start the class, let me remind you, if you are a regular subscriber of this channel, then you simply wait and watch, and if there wait and watch for the next class, and if there is any problem, you may contact me on my phone number or through email also, which I will mention here on the board. And let's proceed further. And if you are a new student, then you just subscribe the channel. So here, contact number, email, you may contact for any personal queries and doubts regarding the class or regarding anything in English. In this class, we will understand passive voice. In the previous class, we understood about the voices. In this class, we will understand their types. How many type of active sentences are there, and then how they are converted to passive through certain rules. So types of active voice sentences. Number one, imperative sentences. You know what are imperative sentences? The sentences that give you some command, that make some request, that give some suggestion. So imperative sentences express some command, request or suggestion. They express some command, request or suggestion. Example, open the door. Example, open the door. Open the door. So here subject is understood, means you open the door. So clearly a command is given here. A command is given. Please give me a glass of water. If somebody says, please give me a glass of water, so obviously it's a request. Work harder for better result. Or if somebody says work harder for better results, so obviously it's a suggestion for us. So it will be a suggestion. Now, when such type of active sentences are given and we have to write their passive, then in the case of command, we are having two options. We can use let, and we can understand the sense of the sentence, and then we can use the right expression. For example, here if you write the passive, then what will be the passive? What will be the passive? Let the door be opened. let the door be opened. Let the door be opened, or you can also say you are ordered to open the door. Okay, let the door be opened, or you are ordered to open the door. Please give me a glass of water. It means you are requested. You are requested to give me a glass of water. Work harder for better result. Here the passive will be I suggest you. I suggest you will make it, will keep it active only. So you simply write, you are suggested to work harder for better result. You are requested to work harder for better result. So here one thing that you need to keep in mind, that in while converting an active into passive, you don't have to change the tense. Moreover, you don't have to change the category of the tense also. For example, if an active sentence is in simple present, then its passive will also be in the simple present. Neither the tense nor its category will change. This needs to be kept in mind. And how this will be done, we will understand it through a chart of passive voice. But before that, we will understand the types of active voice sentences. At the same time, we are also understanding their passive sentences. So this was the first category of imperative sentences. Now what is the next category? Let us see. Before we go into the details, let me tell you all these categories. What are these categories? The second one will be negative sentences, then positive sentences, and after that interrogative sentences. So let's move over to the next sentence. That is the positive or affirmative sentence. Second category is positive sentence. He buys a pen. He buys a pen. This is a positive sentence. He helps his friend. Ram has eaten his food. So all these sentences are positive sentences. And how to write? Why these are positive sentences? Because these are not negative. These are not negative. They simply tell you a simple statement. They are not negative. They are not making any request, suggestion, command, and they are not asking a question also. So you remove all other options. So what remains means positive sentence. So he buys a pen. Here buys the pen. It is in simple present. Obviously, subject and object will be interchanged, and what will be the answer? A pen is bought by him. A pen is bought by him. This is the passive. And what was the tense? Simple present. Why? As we have understood in the class of tenses through the conjugation chart, that it is the S form of the verb, so it is in simple present. Again, the next one is also in simple present by the same reason. So his friend is helped by him. His friend is helped by him. Ram has eaten his food. Now, this was simple present. Now this third one, this is present perfect tense. And what will be its passive? His food has been eaten by Ram. His food has been eaten by Ram. So I hope you have understood positive sentences. What are positive sentences? With the examples we have understood, and we have also written their passive. Now we will move over to the next part. That is the third category of active sentences, which is the negative sentences. The third part is negative sentences. Let us understand. Negative sentences. They use not for denying something, for the negative action, for not doing anything, for non-performance of some action. These are used. So examples: he is not doing his work. He is not doing his work. Example 1. Example 2. His father will not buy the house. His father will not buy the house. Example 3. His mother had cooked the food. His mother had cooked the food. Had not cooked the food, because it is a negative sentence. Had not cooked the food. Now let us understand their examples, their passive, and what are the tenses. This is the present continuous. Present continuous. His father will not buy. This is the future, simple future. Simple future. His mother had not cooked the food. You know that this is the past perfect. Okay. This is the past perfect. Now let us write their passive. So what is the subject? He. And what is the object? His work. What is the subject? His father. What is the object? The house. His mother, this is the subject, and the food, this is the object. So it has to be identified. Subject and object needs to be identified before you can write its passive, and keep the tense same. That is the rule. So his work is not being done by him. Next one, the house will not be bought. The house will not be bought by his father. The house will not be bought by his father. Now see this third example. The food had not been cooked by his mother. The food had not been cooked by his mother. So these were the examples of negative sentences. What are negative sentences? How to make them into passive? How to write them? What needs to be taken care of? We understood all these things. So I hope that now it is very clear to you what are negative sentences in active voice and how to write their passive ones. Now we will discuss the next category, and this is the last one. It is called interrogative sentences. You all are familiar with the interrogative sentences. You know that these are asked to make questions, to put forward the queries. We use interrogative sentences. So in the voices also, in the active and passive voices also, there are interrogative sentences. So what are these? How to use them? Let us see. Fourth category, interrogative sentences. Do you want to buy this book? Do you want to buy this book? This is the question. We will understand its passive. Are you ready to play cricket? Are you ready to play cricket? The next one, has your mother given you the permission to go to movies? Has your mother given you the permission to go to movies. So these are the questions, and here you can see that these are all of fourth type of active as. So here these contain a subject and these contain an object. So what is the object and what is the subject, you can easily understand. The first one is written in simple present. Simple present. Are you ready to play cricket? This is also in simple present. Has your mother given you the permission to go? So this is present perfect. Alright. Now let us understand what are their passive voices. So first one, do you want to buy this book? You want to buy this book is this book be bought by you? You want to buy this book. Is this book be bought by you? So here it means willingness of that person is indicated. Is this book be bought by you? The next one, are you ready to play cricket? Is the cricket be played by you? Is the cricket be played by you? The next one, has your mother given you the permission to go to the movies? So obviously this is present perfect. So what is the here we will understand. With you we will use have. So have you been given permission by your mother to go to the movies? Have you been given permission by your mother to go to the movies? Now let us understand these sentences one by one. Do you want to buy this book? Here want means willingness to buy. So while I have taken these are somewhat typical sentences, so I have taken these intentionally. Do you want to buy this book? Here the intention of buying should be hidden in the passive. Is this book be bought by you means are you willing to buy this book? So want can't be adjusted here in the sentence, but you can make the passive like this. Are you ready to play cricket? Ready is a state of mind. We can't include it in this sentence. So we will make the passive of the sense that is given, keeping the tense and sense same. Is the cricket be played by you? Has your mother given you the permission to go to the movies? Have you been given permission by your mother to go to the movies? Now, this discussion regarding the types of active voice sentences is over. We have also understood how these are converted into passive voices. Now we have come to the last leg of this class, and in this we will understand the passive voice chart, which will help you in converting an active voice sentence into a passive voice. In the class of tenses, we understood conjugation. Conjugation is nothing but an active voice chart. Now, while writing the passive of a sentence, firstly you have to take help of that conjugation chart to identify the tense of the given sentence, and then you have to use this passive voice chart to write its passive. So let us move forward and understand what is the passive voice chart. Passive voice chart you know that there are three tenses, and in each tense there are four categories. Here present, past, future, there are three tenses, and in each tense there are four categories: indefinite, continuous, simple, indefinite or simple, continuous, perfect, and then perfect continuous. This is a passive voice chart, and here we will understand tenses, and then kinds. So kinds are written this side and tenses downwards. So present, past, future, present, past, future, and then indefinite, continuous, perfect, continuous. Perfect continuous. So this is the passive voice chart, and it is divided in 8 categories. You can see here 12 boxes, but actually the passive voice chart will be contained in 8 parts only. So let us understand what is there and how it is used for writing the passive voice sentences. Simple present. In this we will use is, am, are plus third form of the verb. For converting a sentence into passive, we always use third form of the verb. What needs to be taken care of? The category and tense of the given sentence, and use accordingly the related part of this chart. Was, were plus third form of the verb, then shall be, will be plus third form of the verb. In continuous, present continuous, is being, am being, are being plus third form, then was being, were being plus third form of the verb. Then there is no passive of future continuous. Before we proceed further in the chart, you just understand in present, simple present is am, are plus third form. In simple past, was, were plus third form. In future, simple future, shall be, will be plus third form. And here in present continuous, is being, am being, are being plus third form. In the past continuous, was being, were being plus third form. There is no passive of future continuous. The next one is perfect. Has been, have been plus third form. Third form of the verb. Then had been plus third form of the verb. Then shall have been, will have been. Shall have been, will have been plus third form. Third form of the verb. And there is no passive of these. Now the question is, when there is no passive, then what is the need to make these boxes? There is a need, because it will constantly remind you, regularly remind you that there is no passive of these 4 boxes. So in total there are 12 boxes. There are 12 boxes or 12 categories in tenses, but in passive voice there are only 8 categories. So this you need to take care of. What are the importance of these voices? Before we end the class, let's understand it very briefly. I hope you have understood this chart. There is no confusion because each and everything has been told to you. So let's proceed and understand what is the importance of the chart. What is the importance of voices. These voices are important in writing skill, in communication, and these are used as per the need. These are used as per the need. For example, active voice importance. Here we are discussing importance of these voices. Active voice, number 1. Active voice is used when we need to be brief and direct. When there is a need to be brief and more direct, which simply means when we need to emphasize the subject of the action of the subject. When we need to emphasize the subject. When we need to emphasize the subject. Second one, passive voice. It is used when we need to ignore the doer of the received action. Generally in the essays, third voice is passive voice. Sentences are written in passive voice because you need not emphasize who has done this action. You need to simply highlight the action done by somebody. And when you need to emphasize the action as well as the subject both, then you will use middle voice. Middle voice is used to emphasize the doer as well as the action. So I hope you have understood everything about the voices, the differences, the importance of these voices. Before we end the class, let's have a quick recap. Active voice is used when you need to emphasize the doer, the performer of the action. Passive voice is used when you need to emphasize the action rather than the doer. And in middle voice, here you need when you need to emphasize the doer as well as the action. Here the action is reflected back, and here both are given the importance, doer as well as the action. So action is reflected back. It indicates that the action is done by some person and he is the receiver of the action also. So when that is the sense, then we use middle voice. Now we have almost come to this to the end of this class. Before we finish this class, I need to tell you that this is the contact number and this is the email. If you are having any doubts regarding the grammar, or if you are a student of board classes, you are preparing for your board exam and you want any help in your subject, whether it is literature or language, then you can contact me through this email and this on this phone number. So I hope you have enjoyed the class. Don't forget to subscribe the channel if you are a new student, and if you are the old one, then you can recommend this to your friends so that they could also subscribe it and they could take the benefit of these classes. So with this, I finish the class. Thank you.